Hey Army, welcome back. Okay, before we even start, if you were at Rogers Stadium for BTS's second night in Toronto, or if you were watching every fancam you could find afterward, you already know. Toronto Day 2 was not just another concert. There were moments that made ARMY scream, moments that made us laugh, moments that made us completely lose our minds over their visuals, and then there were those quiet, beautiful moments that made us stop and think. This is exactly why we love BTS. Jimin showed up with a high ponytail that instantly broke ARMY's internet. Yoongi arrived with wispy bangs and glasses and looked absolutely unreal. Taehyung and J-Hope gave us one of the cutest moments of the night. Jungkook brought his usual chaotic energy. Namjoon's shirt once again had to fight for its life. But somewhere between all the laughter, music, screaming, and fireworks, BTS gave Toronto something much more precious. A night full of love, gratitude, kindness, and memories. So let's go through some of the most unforgettable moments from BTS's Toronto Day 2. And we absolutely have to start with Jimin. Because Jimin with a high ponytail, ARMY was simply not prepared. The moment Jimin appeared on stage with his hair pulled into a high ponytail, fans immediately started losing their minds. The hairstyle completely opened up his face and highlighted his features, and with his black stage outfit, he looked elegant, powerful, and almost unreal. Honestly, he looked like the kind of beauty people write about in books. But Jimin wasn't just there to look beautiful, he was there to perform, and he gave Toronto everything. His dancing was sharp and controlled, but there was also this effortless elegance in every movement. The wind was moving through the stadium that night, catching his ponytail as he performed. And somehow, instead of ruining the moment, it made everything look even more cinematic, like nature itself had decided to join the performance. But what made Jimin even more special that night wasn't his hairstyle, it was his heart. During the concert, Jimin noticed a child who was feeling cold, and without making a big deal about it, he personally went over and gave the child his jacket. He even gently ruffled the child's hair. Later, Jungkook asked him if he was cold and whether he had given his jacket to someone. And Jimin explained what happened, which meant Jimin had given away his jacket and ended up being cold himself. That's just Jimin. He didn't need a camera pointed at him. He didn't need anyone to praise him. He simply saw someone who needed help, and helped. And somehow that tiny moment says more about his heart than 1,000 words ever could. But Jimin wasn't the only member who made Toronto emotional. Taehyung also had one of the sweetest moments of the night. An ARMY shared that Taehyung gave his hoodie to a young man in a wheelchair sitting a few rows in front of the stage. Later, the ARMY was able to share the video with the young man's mother, and she was still in shock and incredibly grateful to Taehyung. Imagine going to a BTS concert and coming home with a hoodie personally given to you by Taehyung. That's not just merchandise, that's a memory that family can keep forever. And throughout the night, Taehyung looked genuinely happy, especially during outro, Tear. He seemed completely immersed in the song, singing with ARMY, looking toward the crowd with so much love, putting his hand over his heart, taking in the moment. He wasn't just performing, he looked like he was genuinely feeling every second of it, and ARMY could see that. But of course, BTS couldn't let the entire night be emotional, because these 7 men also brought the chaos. During Body to Body, Taehyung suddenly jumped onto Hobi's back, and Hobi just carried him like it was completely normal. ARMY immediately started asking, who is Hobi's baby and why is it Taehyung? Honestly, Taehyung looked way too comfortable up there, and Hobi was just doing his job, being the world's most patient Hyung. That was one of those completely unserious BTS moments that fans absolutely live for. And then, there was Namjoon's shirt. Again, if you remember the previous concert, RM's shirt had already suffered at the hands of the members. Apparently, the tradition wasn't over. Jimin, Taehyung, and Jungkook once again tried to grab Namjoon's shirt, but this time, RM was ready. He kept moving away from them, protecting his shirt like it was the most valuable thing on the entire stage. Basically, not today. The maknae line came in with one mission. Namjoon came in with survival instincts. And honestly, RM's shirt deserves its own security team at this point, because every concert seems to turn into a battlefield for that poor shirt. And while Namjoon was fighting for his shirt, Yoongi was busy fighting for ARMY's sanity, because Yoongi's Toronto Day 2 look, wispy bangs, glasses, a fitted black shirt, a pearl necklace, and that expression, ARMY immediately knew something had changed. Yoongi had unlocked an entirely new persona. He looked effortlessly cool, and somehow, the glasses made the entire look even more dangerous. During Run BTS, Yoongi even put his own little spin on the choreography, and Toronto absolutely loved it. And then ARMY noticed another tiny detail, his Sugar keychain, because apparently, even Suga needs a little reminder that he's Sugar. Honestly, the stylist who gave Yoongi the glasses, wispy bangs, fitted black shirt, and pearl necklace deserves a raise, one of his best looks of the tour so far. But the cute BTS moments kept coming. Taehyung was also seen putting his keychain on Namjoon's glasses. Just a tiny interaction. And he thanked Toronto for creating such precious memories during those 2 nights. Jungkook also had something important to say. He talked about how the weather had been completely different on the 2 nights, but both performances felt perfect, and then he promised Toronto, they'll come back, definitely. Taehyung's ending speech was just as sweet. He talked about how much he had wanted to perform in Toronto and how happy he was to create so many memories with ARMY. Then he asked Toronto if they would welcome BTS like this again next time, and honestly, Toronto didn't even need to answer. We already know, of course they will. Jin then told Toronto that he felt so much love from the crowd. He said it made him sad that the night had to end. He thanked ARMY for giving him so much energy and so many good memories over those 2 nights. And then, the final moments arrived. The lights, the crowd, the members, the music, and fireworks filling the sky. At one point, the fireworks appeared to fall perfectly behind Jimin, and the timing was so beautiful that it looked like a scene from a movie. Jimin standing there, fireworks behind him, thousands of ARMY watching, and BTS closing out their Toronto chapter. It was beautiful, but more than anything, Toronto Day 2 reminded us why BTS concerts are so special. It's not only the performances, it's not only the outfits, it's not only the choreography, it's not only the screaming crowd, it's the little things. Jimin giving away his jacket even though he would be cold, Taehyung giving his hoodie to an ARMY in a wheelchair, Yoongi smiling during outro, tear, J-Hope carrying Taehyung on his back, Jungkook challenging Toronto to get louder, Jin and Jungkook acting like kids, the maknae line once again attacking Namjoon's shirt, and 7 members standing together at the end of the night, looking out at thousands of people who had waited so long to see them again. Those are the moments ARMY will remember, because someday, the concert will be over, the stage will come down, the lights will turn off, the stadium will be quiet, but the memories won't disappear. Toronto Day 2 will live in fans' cams, in photos, in videos, in stories, and most importantly, in the hearts of the people who were there. And maybe that's the most beautiful part. BTS didn't just leave Toronto with memories. Toronto became one of those memories for BTS too. So to Toronto ARMY, thank you for giving BTS 2 nights they won't forget. And to BTS, thank you for coming back to Canada. Thank you for singing with us. Thank you for laughing with us. Thank you for worrying about us in the cold. Thank you for giving us moments we'll replay again and again. And until the next time you meet, stay warm, stay safe, and keep those beautiful memories close. Because Toronto, you were loved. And BTS will be waiting for you to come back. Bora hey, ARMY. And now I want to know from you, what was the one Toronto Day 2 moment that touched your heart the most? Was it Jimin giving away his jacket? Taehyung giving his hoodie to ARMY? Yoongi's incredible new look? The chaos around Namjoon's shirt? J-Hope carrying Taehyung? Or RM's emotional words about tear and 0 o'clock? Tell me in the comments, because these aren't just BTS memories, they're ARMY memories too. Thank you for watching, ARMY.